Portland's problem with gun violence continues this afternoon. This noon hour, police are investigating not one, but two new shootings from just overnight. Just yesterday, city leaders reached out to community members to try to find a fix for this growing crisis. Police say they're overwhelmed with responding to so many shootings, many of them deadly.
So these homicide detectives are essentially buried under their cases. They just keep coming.
We'll have more on that in a moment, but first, let's take a look at the first shooting from overnight. The call came in last night shortly after 10 o'clock in northeast Portland. Police say there was a chase that ended a few blocks away in southeast Portland, and that's where Fox 12's Deborah Gill joins us now to fill in the gaps.
Police say after hours of conversations with a gunman, ultimately this situation ended with the suspect taking his own life. Portland police tell us it began with officers rushing to northeast 131st and Gleason on a shooting. They found a victim with a gunshot wound who was taken to a hospital. Police say within minutes they spotted the suspect's pickup truck and tried to pull it over. They say they chased it to 122nd and Mill, where the suspect crashed into a fence.
We heard the crash outside, and the guy was stuck by the fence.
This man was visiting his sister and her family for his birthday when police told them they needed to leave.
The police, they take us outside, everybody. And they said, oh, you guys need to stay out. Nobody needs to go in again.
Lieutenant Greg Patchley says knowing the suspect had a gun, they evacuated some neighbors and put them in a bus for safety and warmth. And they called in the Special Emergency Reaction Team and Crisis Negotiation Team. He says after hours of conversations, they heard a shot inside the truck.
And they said around 3 or 4 a.m., they hear like 3 shots.
Patchley says police continue to have conversations with the suspect and finally decided to use CS gas to get him to come out. At some point, they discovered the suspect had taken his own life inside the truck. He says the department has added detectives and officers to work on these shootings, but they can't keep up. And it's hurting their ability to help others in the city.
When, dozens of officers get tied up on a scene like the one behind us, it does limit our ability to respond to other calls for service throughout the city.
Police say the shooting victim is expected to recover. No word yet on the suspect who died. In southeast Portland, Deborah Gill, Fox 12 Oregon.